Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No, it's allowed. Summer party, grown and sexy. Join the party, put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
All right, welcome to another Friday night edition of Pajama Party. One of Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
I'm swag, darling. Como, talibou.
What's going on, folks?
Oh.
Not much.
Everything. But I'm doing good.
Nothing and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing and everything. You're right.
All right.
What's going on, Poppa DD? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just, end of the week, middle of the month, quarter of the month. Not middle yet, but, it's all good.
We just got here. What you mean, quarter? What's today?
Today's the 9th, 10.
Oh.
30 days in June. Mars is
Oh, okay.
1/3.
That's close enough. All right. You good, Ketel? Everything good?
I can't complain. God is good.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes, He is. All right.
So,
for sure.
what y'all think about? I just wanted to ask a question. What y'all think about this whole situation with the air quality going crazy because of that fire in Canada, jacking up the air down the East Coast?
They say who set the fire? Somebody set it, or what's going on? I don't know too much about it.
Now, this is a yearly thing that goes on with them.
Oh, I thought it happened naturally.
Yeah, this goes on. It just happened to blow our way this time. But they say every year acres burn over there.
Oh, so it's a deliberate thing?
No, it just happens, I guess based on dryness and
okay. So you're saying it's just a naturally occurring thing that usually happens around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
But this time has been a lot of
blowback. Because that was crazy. Stuff was looking like we were in the apocalypse or something. And further upstate, like around New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, going all up that area, the sky was like a thick, hazy orange in the evening. You couldn't even hardly see, like, New York skyline. You couldn't see it. Mm-hmm. The air was so thick. It was crazy.
Well, okay. We're surviving, so that's a good thing. You hear them talk about it, so that's good.
I just want to admonish people that are in the path of it, put your mask on when you go out. Because even though you can see it somewhat now, at least in our area on the East Coast, around the district, Maryland, Virginia, but that stuff is in the air. And they said those little particles, they'll get in your eyes, get in your throat. It's important to protect yourself. So wear your mask when you go out until all of this stuff really, really clears up. That's my public service announcement.
Yeah, it's hovering around the DMV now, but Jersey and New York and Jersey and Pennsylvania, they're kind of clearing up a little bit up there. I was up there earlier today, and when I got down here, down to the Mid-Atlantic, it's you guys are getting it, a little burning down here a little bit, but it's kind of clearing up north. Only because up in this area, there's a lot more pollen and trees and everything, and so it's lurking in the air pretty bad. Your eyes burn and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was definitely affecting my eyes.
Up north is concrete jungle. Concrete jungle, what we are made of.
Okay.
Where did I hear that from? Anyway, all right.
All right.
Was
so,
that our...
what's your lead topic for tonight? No, that was my public service announcement to wear your mask until this stuff goes away. So, I'm going to kick it back to you, Poppa DD.
The lead topic is, why do you think Trump always gets so much hoopla when something happens to him? Instead of him being like on his guard like anybody else that gets in trouble, why does it turn into the same old thing that he does? Collect money from people, taking different donations from his camp. They're sending money to his cause, you know.
He's still collecting money?
Yeah, they just said he started another fund, his defense fund.
Oh, my gosh.
So what do you think is going to happen to him in this so-called indictment thing? And know that for the answer to that, the judge that's covering the case is the judge that he appointed. So here we go.
You mean what? Wait a minute. The judge or one of the judges?
One of the judges. The judge is on his case.
Oh,
is a federal appointed judge by him.
I swear.
So
I'm done.
What do you think?
I'm so done. Okay.
You think this is just a big waste of time?
I do. I think it's a waste of time, waste of money. Go ahead, Kel. You go ahead. What you think?
No, I mean, I do too. It's just, I use a lot of hoopla, and he gets a lot of press. And you know what? I hate to say it, but I think this is going to help his campaign, because he's gonna be the old me again. You know, they coming after me, yada yada yada. It's the same old stuff with him. But he's going to get away with murder, so to speak, from the words. It's sad.
That's a daggone shame.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Ketel. And he's already proven that with launching a whole nother money-raising campaign. And people are throwing money at it. And for the life of me, I don't understand how a so-called, what does he call himself, millionaire, billionaire? Whichever one he calls himself, something in air. How is it you can continue to solicit money if you call yourself Mr. Moneybags? Why are people who don't have anywhere near the amount of money that you claim to have, how is it people keep sending money to this man? I just, for the life of me, I don't get it. I need to reach out to these folks and say, if y'all just happy giving up money, send it to me. Send it to apajamaparty.com. We will gladly take your donations. At least we're putting the truth out there. Is Trump still running around telling people that he's completely innocent and that, as usual, this is just a witch hunt, et cetera, et cetera?
Witch hunt.
I just don't, I don't get it, Ketel. I don't know.
Witch hunt.
It's,
yeah.
Like I said, I think it's just boosting him up as far as, his campaign, him becoming president. And if people are donating to him, I mean, sky's the limit, It's just crazy, like you said. It's just what people like, Everybody don't like it, but there's a lot of people that do. Like we said before, when he be talking his jibber jabber, we don't understand it, but other people do understand it. The other people who are supporting him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's saying what they want to hear,
Yeah, I do believe some of that stuff is just code, and they respond to it.
Oh, for sure. Yep. I agree. Yep.
Some of his hardcore followers are putting statements out on various social media platforms talking about it's time for us to rise up. If it takes violence, they're willing to do it. Eye for an eye, all this kind of stuff. They're saying stuff like the Democrats are just trying to, wait a minute, how did they say that? The Democrats are trying to stir up a civil war, and we should just give it to them. it's people out there that feel that way, and they're putting those posts out there, and for me, it's concerning, because these are the same type of people who had the mentality to go up there and bum rush the Capitol, back on January 6th. So we've seen what happens when enough of these like-minded people that get on that same wavelength get together and decide, let's do it. And I don't think this country could stand a full-blown civil war. I just don't see it.
You're right. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. It's just,
yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, if Trump make president again, I have to move to Canada. Some crazy stuff. I have to pack it up and move on. I don't know if I can take another 4.
If there's a civil, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a civil war, who'll be fighting who?
I don't know. They keep talking all this Democrat, Republican stuff. And I'm like, well, how is anybody going to know who's on whose side? What we going to do, wear colors? Because how else are you going to know? You can't just assume all black people are Democrats, because they're not.
Are the white folks going to join the black
Yeah,
people?
and all white people are not Republican. So, this whole talk of civil war is just stupid talk, in my opinion. But I still find it frightening that you got enough people out here talking that stuff that they're ready to, get their guns and go after folks. There was another person who posted something about the, not the prosecutor, but what's his name? Merrick. What's his role? Merrick. He's the Department of Justice, whatever, from the Department of Justice.
The DOJ, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody posted that Merrick... Attorney General, thank you. That Merrick's children are not, considered protected. I'm like, so what, you going to threaten his children? I mean, come on, y'all. Come on.
But protected from what? I don't understand.
What they were trying to say is that we'll go after Merrick's children.
Who's the they?
These people who post all that stuff. People
saying,
put those statements out. No, they don't put their names. They don't put their names.
But when you say the they and the these people, those are people that are obviously hiding behind the internet.
Yes, these are Trump supporters who put statements out on different, on social media platforms.
Okay, well.
So, no, we don't know exactly who they are.
Well, first of all, if you're going to be tough, the first thing you got to do is show you got balls. So hiding behind the internet shows that you're hiding your balls, first of all. So we have to look at the big picture. Sure, they may be crazy as hell, but if you're afraid to reveal yourself from the very beginning, when are you going to become, the badass that you're proclaiming to be?
But my point is that that's the kind of talk that led to the January 6th insurrection.
Yeah, well, that
that's
was a collective,
And there you go. That's the word, collective.
But all the people that done that.
It's just one or two. There's a lot of people.
All the people that was involved in that,
thoughts.
They got arrested and got records now and all. You know what I mean? Jokers wish they could take that stuff back.
Probably all of them.
Once you get in the system,
I'm just saying.
You're gonna wish you wasn't in the system.
All right, let's go to the phone line. See what the callers have to say. Hello, caller. Welcome to a Pajama Party show. Go right ahead with your comment.
Hey. This is Poppa DD Jr. back in the saddle.
Uh-oh.
Hey there. What's happening?
Well, hello.
Well, first of all, let me just say hello to all three of you all. And this is just a suggestion because I've been listening. Don't even give it conversation. That's the problem. Stop talking about it because that's what they want. That's what he wants. That's what they want. Don't even give it a conversation. There's so many other things out here to talk about. Waste my time on a segment at all. That's all I got to say for right now. So let's keep it moving.
All right,
I'm
Mr.
loving
Director.
the comment, baby.
That's the director. He said, all right, keep it moving. All right.
All right, Pop. Let's roll.
We'll put you back on hold, and we're going to keep it moving.
Okay.
All right.
right. Thanks for the call. All right, Ketel, you ready for the rundown?
The rundown.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What you got for us this week?
We're going to get into it. In focus. The twice impeached 45 now faces his second criminal indictment. Also, neighbors say Florida woman who shot black mom was a Karen. And black leaders applaud Supreme Court ruling in voting right case. Also, our cocktail of the week. I got a good one tonight. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? Our weird news, of course. We're to lighten it up. Louisiana pooch set Guinness's world record for largest tongue. Okay. And also, troll apartment in the middle of L.A. bridge listed for $250,000. And officers round up hundreds of pigs from Florida Animal Sanctuary. I'm just saying with Redwine, cooning for coins. Also living for the city with Poppa DD. My Hollywood wrap-up, the kiss it list, and the last word. So sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we're coming back with In Focus.
Hi, this is Poppa DD. If you haven't heard of the Pajama Party, you're missing out. We got hot topics, hidden Twitter headlines, what's poppin' with me, weird news, I'm just saying with Redwine, living for the city again with me, the Hollywood wrap-up with Ketel, the cocktail of the week, the world's famous kiss it list, and of course the last word. We serve up each week on the Pajama Party Show, and nobody does it like us. You can call us each week live on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at 914-803-4306 or listen at www.apajamaparty.com and also follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One who's Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. All right, it's time to go in focus. And Poppa DD.
Oh, y'all going to start me off, huh?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now, all right. Now, the twice, now dig this here, the twice impeached Trump now faces his second criminal indictment. Now, like the last caller said, you know, it's talk and speculation because I don't see this thing going anywhere. You know what I mean? It seems like when you carry around a base of 70 million people, you know, and 50 million being crazy as hell, everybody's scared of them. So anyway, the story reads that Donald Trump, who has often lied, unquestionably told the truth when he said that Thursday was a dark day for America. For America now. The fact that he got indicted, it's a dark day for us.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
the ex-president's social media post correctly described the magnitude of his indictment over the alleged mishandling of classified documents, though completely ignoring any personal, culpability that he has in this case, saying that it's a trick bag, it's a hoax, it's a witch hunt. You know, why didn't some of the things he said was why didn't Hillary Clinton get indicted for all her emails and the different the downing of the when she was over there in whatever country that was when the embassy was destroyed and things like that, people were killed. He brought all that up. Just like an old relationship, you know, when your ex catches you up in some shit, everybody has always got to bring up the past and shit instead of dealing with what's happening right in front of their face. You know, somebody forgives you for fucking around on them, but as soon as they get caught, well, you fucked around on me. But damn, I thought we settled that shit. What the fuck? Where'd that come from? Anyway, all right, the first ever indictment of a former president by the federal grand jury thrust the country into an unpredictable and presumptuous moment in its history at the time when we're already impaled in a strange situations over politics between Democrats and Republicans, as you said, Redwine, with them won the Civil War. Mm-hmm. All right, immediate claims by Republicans led by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, your boy,
finally,
that the indictment is an event to blaze and weaponize the power of Biden so he can ease through the elections coming up in November 24. He said he figures if he pokes holes in Donald Trump, then Donald Trump won't stand a chance because they'll try to cripple him prior to the election. Now, it's just amazing how everybody has their own views on why things are done instead of saying the man committed a damn crime.
Exactly.
Which is an atrocity to all the people that are in jail now that have committed a crime, or people in jail that have been falsely accused, okay? You got people in jail now that are serving time for a marijuana charge in the very same state where marijuana is now legal. So how that person in jail feel about that? Especially if you're in jail in Colorado, because, you know, they are in full bloom.
It shouldn't be anybody in jail in Colorado for no reason.
Right. So anyway. But make a long story short on this whole situation, he's due to go to his little arraignment 3 o'clock this coming Tuesday, which is the 13th, I believe, of June, and it's going to be in Miami, Florida. They wanted to keep it in Florida, keep him from traveling to New York or whatever. They kept it in state to make it convenient on him and what have you. So we'll see what happens in Florida, because I don't think Miami plays that stuff with all them MAGA people coming down there, because I got news for you, okay? Them people down there, you know, and right now, just to put something on the Florida thing, right now we have the NBA Finals with the Miami Heat in it, and we also have the Miami, the other hockey team that's in the finals.
Oh.
Okay. So we have 2 teams now.
Are they playing
out of
in
Miami? Well, they'll probably be playing Tuesday. They're playing tonight. But what I'm saying is that Miami got other stuff going on. So I don't think you're going to see a bunch of mega people forming up there like they do anywhere else, because Miami got their own little thing going on. You know the diehards, Miami Sound Machine,
the true disciples.
No,
they'll be out there. It will. Trust me, there will be some of them out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying thousands, but there will be some of them out there with the banners and the flags and all of that.
Yeah, whatever. But that's about it. We don't want to speak on that too tough, and we'll just see what happens. So that's, if you got any questions or comments, give us a call 914-803. 4306. If you're on the line already, press 1 and give us your comments on your boy 45.
Okay.
See what's up. But the one thing we have to do, that the trial has to be done and over with before he becomes president. Because if he becomes president, this is all going to go away.
Yeah.
Because you can't indict a sitting president.
Exactly.
So that case has got to go on.
And that would
he's already
why
thinking
he's been dragging it out.
He's going to drag it out till the end of time. But just know that you can't indict a sitting president, so he's going to drag it. But the good note on this, one more thing, Trump can only do one more term if he does get back in, because you're going to do 8 years, whether it's broke up or consecutive. And if he comes back in, he can only do 4 years. So,
thank God for that.
Boom.
All righty. All right. In other news, let's see. Oh, we still have some news coming out of Florida. Over to you, Ketel. What else is going on in Florida?
Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen the story. There's just so much going on in the news. We have official Karen in Florida. Neighbors say a Florida woman who shot a black mom was truly a Karen. This white woman was arrested and charged in the fatal shooting of a black woman allegedly has a history of erratic behavior toward children. The shooting happened moments after the woman was accused of yelling at 2 children and throwing items at them. Her name is, of course, she's going to be on the Ketel list, Susan Lorenz was arrested in the shooting and killing of Ajike, or A.J. Owens, mother of 4, in Ocala, Florida, last weekend. So authorities say that Owens approached Susan's door after her children told her the woman yelled racial slurs at them and threw things at them, injuring them. However, when Owens approached the woman's home, Susan fired a fatal bullet from behind her front door. So she probably saw out the window, and she knew who it was. So she's like, I guess I'm not opening the door. Other neighbors that lived there 12, 15 years, they said that she's always been a problem in the neighborhood with the kids and, just saying different racial slurs and things. So this is crazy. I'm like, enough is enough. Come on, y'all. But why hasn't this woman, why haven't anybody done anything to her? Or, I don't know, if it's the mental issues or arrested on some other charges before this? I mean, why did it have to come to this? I'm just baffled. I'm just crazy. So she left this woman. She has 4 children. They have no mother now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think, who is it, the grandmother now, I think, that's going to take the children and all?
Yeah.
But I was just going to say to Ketel, I don't think this woman has any mental issue. She's just a racist, hardcore racist. And the way, I mean, anytime you see children and you're calling children the N-word and saying, you know, derogatory things, throwing stuff at the kids as they outside playing, just trying to live their life, she got a lot of, like, I'm not even going to give her the benefit of saying it was a mental thing. That's just hatred and racism. And I hope they throw her behind under the jail. Because the way she shot that sister straight through the door.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't we just have a case where that old 80-some-year-old man
84.
shot that young man through the door? Talking about you scared. And this woman claims she was standing her ground. You were in your house behind a door. So what was the threat?
Crazy. And that's what's going to happen. She's going to get away, probably lesser charge, because that's what goes on in Florida, standing their ground. So they're more or less like saying, we don't want y'all here. So, you know, I don't want to be
I think they need to repeal that thing. I personally feel like stand your ground needs to be repealed. Because too many people from Trayvon on down the line have been killed under the umbrella of stand your ground.
But you have a good point. But nobody's standing up and saying anything against it. I haven't heard anybody talking against it. You know, try to repeal it like anybody, you know. So, where do we go?
That's because stand your ground is only used by one side of the race card there. There's only white folks using it. You know, we don't think about that because we just live in our life, and they're the ones with the guns. So once they pull the trigger, that's their excuse and alibi is to come up with that particular escape situation, and we're always on the other side of the bullet or the beating or whatever, you know. Because
why don't
it's not
we
on our
start
mind.
saying something now? Right. Why don't we start protesting now, talking about it now?
Well,
get it off the book.
I think too, in my opinion, you know, being a northern person, which is one of the reasons I'll never put my big toe on the other side of DC. I'm just not built for the South. Is just that down south, it just seems that they said that this has been going on for years, and that up north, that kind of stuff gets amplified. You know, it seems like down south things. Just my opinion. You know, people that may live down south and know about the South have a better view of it. But me being a straight West Philly brother, you know, up north, that shit get amplified, and I never lived around neighbors that had that kind of mentality like that, or the mentality got to the point where people were just completely crazy. But down south, it ain't got to be Florida, it can be North Carolina, South Carolina. You know, white folks in the South always felt like blacks was always inferior to them, no matter how poor they were. Because when the lady went to her little arraignment the other day, the judge asked her, "Are you employed?" She said, "No, not in the last 2 weeks. I lost my job." And so she was just poor white trash. You know what I mean? She was straight poor white trash. And when she confronted things, she had her own depression. There's nobody around. No, I won't say man. Who knows what her particular sexual preference is? But there was nobody around as far as a mate or some type of a companionship or nobody. So she was in the house by herself, with herself. So that you don't ever know her damn depression level. And black folks was just an irritant to her. And then she used the children to just criticize because she had no children of her own. So this woman was just a ticking time bomb. And the one thing you got to understand about life is once you pull that trigger, you're accountable as hell.
Yeah.
You can sit there and wipe that gun clean all you want and play with it and act like I got a gun. But the minute you pull that trigger, you're accountable. And what she did was reckless. And then the actual law didn't arrest her for 4 days
went by.
because of the they just stand your ground. We ain't not gonna say nothing until Crump got involved.
There you go.
And now all of a sudden, once Crump gets in the picture, now people want to start acting like, we should be paying attention to this. We don't want to be embarrassed. And all because now you got the white police force that's protecting the white woman until Crump comes in and Al Sharpton. So, it's an atrocity. And, I don't know.
It's a shame.
I really believe they're just trying to extinct us. Like I say again, if more black folks register for guns, we'll change them laws. So you may not have to own one, but register to have one.
Yeah. But still, when when we pull that trigger, boy, when that bullet comes out of that gun, damn, it could change your life. But anyway,
no name.
I'm gonna get off.
All right, we're gonna continue.
I just want to add to this. But I just want to say, Ketel, to your point about black people need to go ahead and register with the guns. I really believe that if black gun ownership numbers started really increasing, I think that the system would change, and they would have some kind of rule, law, procedure, or some kind of crap that would still tilt everything to their favor, because that's how they roll.
Sure.
They're not going to let us win at their game. So I just feel like, as usual, as soon as we figure out the rules of the game, they change the rules.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it would make it interesting.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Well, speaking of the South, I got another one for you. Black leaders are applauding the Supreme Court, clap, 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 ruling in a voting rights case. Now, this one was interesting because this is down in Alabama. The Supreme Court shocked leaders in the black community after rendering a decision to defend the Voting Rights Act in a gerrymandering case in Alabama. Now, for those that are not familiar with gerrymandering, that has to do with changing the boundaries of what areas are considered a district, which has to do with where you can vote. So what these people, speaking of changing the rules, what these Republicans did in Alabama is they went and changed the boundaries so that the areas in Alabama where it usually would have been at least 2 voting districts that were predominantly black, they went and changed the boundaries so that there was only 1 voting district that was predominantly black. So when you look at the voting map in Alabama, it was red all over the place, and one little area that was blue. Because predominantly black was predominantly Democrat. So the folks in Alabama, black folks, got together and went, this ain't right. So they kicked up enough dirt, and it ended up going to the Supreme Court. And the shock of all time, the Supreme Court said, y'all are right. This ain't right. And we're not going to allow it. So the Republicans were blown away, but the battle is not over. So the Democrats, basically the Congressional Black Caucus and all of the black congressional folks are saying, don't, start dancing and celebrating just yet. Yes, it's a victory, but take it with a grain of salt because the battle's not over. All the Supreme Court said is we're not going to allow you to go through with this gerrymandering that you tried to push. But what we are going to do is say you're going to have to go back and redraw this. So even if they allow the 2 voting districts that are predominantly black, they still got other games up their sleeve.
Yeah.
They can do things that make it harder for people to vote. They can change the times where people can vote. They can, come up with all kind of other stuff to make it more difficult for rural and black people and people of color to get out and vote because that's the way they played the game.
That's the whole South thing.
Even though, this is a little victory.
Because they're thinking while we're sleeping.
Of course.
But they're not really thinking that hard because they're not that intelligent. But we we are so
gullible.
Gullible, patronizing. Damn, when I see black folks patronizing white folks, that shit makes me sick sometimes. We just do so much shit. Hold the door.
That's what happens.
Oh, hi, let me help. Who's next? Are you next? And they point to the white person. You've been in that joint way ahead of them. And they point. We're just so patronizing is what I'll say. Well, and it's because that's how we were raised. We have our mother's love. You know what I mean? It's built in. But we got to watch how we distribute that shit. That's the problem. And
the Supreme Court said it is illegal to engage in race-based gerrymandering. And, of course, it was clear that the Alabama legislature engaged in race-based gerrymandering. And, of course, they're not the only ones in the country who've done that, but they're the ones that got called out on it this time around. Yeah. So, everybody's going to be keeping an eye on them. But what was interesting is it was Justice Roberts and Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Kavanaugh was
Brett Kavanaugh, that's Trump's boy.
Well, that's because his conscience, he's
Brett Kavanaugh sided on the 5-4 vote to say, this is not right. This is race-based gerrymandering. Mm-hmm. I think everybody probably fainted when he voted, but that's what happened. So we'll see how this goes down, but like I said, don't pop the bottles just yet.
Yeah.
Because they still have other cards to play.
Because Alabama has so many different facets. You have Mobile, you have Birmingham. Oh my God! And during the days of Martin Luther King, Mobile, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. Those two, man. When I drive through Birmingham, I'd rather pee in my pants than pull over to go to the bathroom. So your foot doesn't
even hit the brake.
I drove to New Orleans quite a bit, and when you go through Pensacola, Florida on Route 10 West, which goes to New Orleans, when you go past Pensacola and Alabama's an hour away, and then Mississippi's an hour away from there, and then New Orleans is an hour away from there. And when I leave Pensacola, I don't stop till I get to Mississippi, even though Mississippi is got its issues also, but the one area that you go through, which is called Gulfport, Mississippi, is pretty cool. It's not bad at all. But Alabama, I will piss and shit my pants before I pull over in Alabama. I will go straight to Mississippi.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just me.
All right, gotcha.
That's just me.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
I don't play that.
I understand.
Like Martin Luther King said, God has not yet turned his world over to Governor Wallace. Governor Wallace, governor of Alabama back in the day. Woo!
All right.
It was rough. Anyway, let's
all
move
right.
on.
We're going to move on. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with Ketel and the cocktail of the week. On the other side of the break, it's the Pajama Party. This is Redwine, and you're listening to WPJP Blog Talk Radio Pajama Party. Check out my commentary. I like to call it I'm Just Saying, because sometimes I am just saying. It's just my opinion. It's what I think. Hey, you don't have to agree, but if you disagree, call us up. 914-803-4306. Hey, don't forget, they can catch us on Twitter also, at apajamaparty.com, too. What's the number, Papa?
914-803-4306. I don't know how I got in the studio. Redwine came in here by himself, and me and Ketel just happened to come here and catch her stealing the airtime. As usual.
I was trying to do my own promo, and y'all just happened to show up again.
What time?
9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. No, that's wrong.
And 6 o'clock Western Time. West Coast Time.
Right, right. Either way.
So if you're in California, call us at 6 p.m., 7 o'clock if you're hanging out in Colorado somewhere.
7 o'clock, that's Central Time. See, now we got it all together.
7 o'clock if you're in...
okay, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. Y'all do the math. Figure out where you are. Check your watch. 9 o'clock Eastern. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Check us out.
9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 9:15 CP time, right?
Yep, that's right.
CP time 9:15.
There you go.
All right.
All right, boss. Hey.
Bartender.
Hey, is that Mr. Lowe? Hey, come on, Mr. Lowe, the bartender.
I was trying to jiggle my ice in my glass, but it melted.
Oh, jiggle something.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Oh, my darling. Woo! It's time for Ketel and the cocktail of the week. What you got for us this week, Ketel? I'm a little thirsty. What you got?
Okay, I think you'll like this one. There's orange and cucumbers mixed in this one. This one is called Pim's Cup. Timms. Pim's Cup. A low alcoholic cocktail with show-stopping garnishes. It's a delicious summer staple for a reason. The Pim's Cup cocktail was named after its primary ingredient, which is Pim's No. 1, a gin-based liqueur with a warm, bittersweet flavor made from a proprietary blend of botanicals, citrus, and spices. So watch out. All right. The ingredients for this is 1.5 ounces of Pim's No. 1, 4.5 ounces of sparkling lemon soda, 1 navel orange, 1 lemon, also 3/4 cup of firmly packed mint leaves, 1 cucumber, and about 3 cups of ice, and 1 apple cored and cut into thin slices. So fill a Collins glass with ice cubes, line walls with orange, lemon, and cucumber slices. Add Pim's No. 1 and lemon soda to Collins glass. Stir to bind and garnish with mint sprigs and apple slices. And that's your cocktail, Pim's Cup.
Ooh-wee.
All right.
That sounds good. Sounds light. Now, if I add a little bit of extra here and there, would that be all right?
Sure. Add some more gin if you like.
All right. Well, thank you, Kev. The cocktail of the week is brought to you by Ketel and our parent company, DC Homegrown Entertainment.com. You know. And now it's time for Poppa DD. And what's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
What's poppin', Poppa DD? Or should I say what's not poppin'?
Let me tell you something. I've been hearing about this all week, and I really got to speak on it. And mind you, if you're a fan of this brother, I don't mean no disrespect to this brother, but this brother needs to check himself before he wrecks himself.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I'm talking about Cornel West.
Uh-oh.
All right. Cornel West. Now, let's say 10 years ago, Cornel West, I don't know if he's retired now, but he was a prominent professor at Princeton University, mind you, which is right down the street from me in Trenton, the armpit of New Jersey. He was a professor in Princeton, New Jersey. Now, he was hanging out with your boy. What was the brother who used to do the talk shows and stuff? Remember they were talking about Barack Obama? What was his name?
He
got into Tavis Smiley.
Yeah, I remember.
He got into a little sex scandal, so he kind of disappeared and shit in thin air. But Tavis Smiley had teamed up with Cornel West, and they was beating up on Barack Obama. I'm like, damn, my brothers, damn. Now, Cornel West claimed that he's going to run as an independent person in the election. Okay. Now, the November election, the presidential election, okay? Just like your boy, what's that boy's name? Ralph Bunch, or what was that guy? The guy that ran.
Not Bunch. What's his
not
name?
Bunch. Anyway, the guy that ran when George Bush was running against Al Gore. Nader. Mm-hmm. Nader, right. He ran as an independent when George Bush was running against Al Gore, and they had, remember the hanging chads when they had to count all the votes and everything?
Yeah.
That's because the race was close because Nader stole votes away from Al Gore and took the election, and Bush won the election. Now, the same thing could happen with with Biden, if Cornel West gets in there. Now, what gets me is that, all right, Cornel West, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, I respected you as a real prominent brother. But when you and Tavis Smiley started beating up on Barack Obama, I was saying to myself, what's wrong with you two motherfuckers? Okay? The first black president we got. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just got to vote for what we got, for what's out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Although it may seem shallow and all, but hell, that's all we got to work with. And plus, Barack wasn't bringing no bad stuff to the table. He was married to one woman, had 2 children. He ain't had a bunch of drama. He ain't like Donald Trump had. How many wives Trump had?
I love count.
How many kids he had?
I don't know.
How much trouble he done got his ass into?
Plenty.
How much shit he's up to? How much crap he got going on? How many Aryan Nation KKK followers he got following his ass? How many people he ordered up to the Capitol to bust the windows and go in and go out? Barack ain't do none of that. But still, Tavis Smiley made it their business to team up with Cornel West to beat up on Barack Obama. Now, Cornel West, okay, one suit wearing, haircut needing, fucking beard trim needing motherfucker. No disrespect, my brother, but your appearance really accounts for your image. No disrespect to you, but the image you projecting, man, that shit getting real old, okay? And I'm an old brother myself, but damn, I at least know to change my shit every now and then. I mean, I wear all black every day if I was an undertaker putting motherfuckers in the ground, and the place was called Poppa DD's funeralhome.com. But, you know, and I'm not picking on you, but I'm saying that, man, you got to understand the lesser of two evils. If you don't like Biden, don't take votes away from him by running as an independent, and you could take somebody, you know, because you get in by those electoral, you know, the electoral college, things like that. What if you steal about 10, 15 electoral college votes, and it's all Trump needs to, or DeSantis needs to edge out Biden because Cornel West was in there fucking taking votes? I mean, what you gonna do, Cornel West, up against Kim over there in North Korea? What you gonna do up against Putin up there in Russia? What you gonna do against Iran, Iraq, all the other oppositions that we got going on that hates our guts and will bomb us at any given moment? What are you going to do? You was a professor at Princeton University. You ain't got that kind of experience, and no disrespect to you as my black brother, okay? But, man, look, sometimes you got to step in it. You got to be able to step in the right stuff, man. I think the illusions of your life or the craziness of your age is clouding your shit, because you're stepping into stuff that's got. But then again, it could be the fact that Republicans could have paid the brother $5-10 million to run and take votes. Who knows? Maybe he sold out. You don't know. How much did it cost to sell out? Everybody got a price, right? So maybe they slid him $10 million, $5 million, saying, just run. We ain't going to tell nobody. Take the votes away from him. It was almost like Kanye West running. I mean, all that people out of nowhere running shit is a joke. You're wasting our time. You're wasting our money. You're wasting our effort. And as long as you're walking around with black skin, you really need to behave yourself, my brother, because as black people, we're in a fucking trick bag as it is. So, my brother, go somewhere and sit your ass down. You and Tavis Smiley, go somewhere and smoke a cigar and watch the election with the rest of us and get the fuck out of the election with your crazy ass. That's all I got to say on that. Anyway.
Dropping the mic tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, Papa, I hear you.
I used to like Cornel West. I used to like him. I used to like him.
My.
What's that?
Anyway.
All right.
I ain't scared of you,
dropping the mic. Woo!
That's what Bernie Mac said. I ain't scared.
I ain't scared of you mofos. I paraphrase.
Anyway, yeah, you always do. All right, we're going to lighten it up.
Yeah, that was heavy, but I agree wholeheartedly. Cornell need to go sit down. For real.
Of all.
Go sit down.
Oh.
Like, what made you think you... Anyway.
I thought you was a soul brother. Fuck you.
Like, what made you think you going to try to run the country? Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, man. What's that thing they do on ESPN? Come on, man.
Come on, man. You got moss. You got moss.
You got moss. Come on, man.
No disrespect to anybody likes Kanye West. I'm sure he's a nice brother. Cornell West.
Yeah.
Sure, he's a nice brother. He's an educated brother. He's a firm
he's straight
brother.
Tripping right now.
But you tripping, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Anyway,
all right, we're going to lighten it up.
Leave it alone.
Lighten it up. We're going to the weird news, although that was weird news, too.
Yeah.
But my weird news is coming out of Louisiana. We got a Louisiana pooch who set a Guinness World Record for the largest tongue. Okay. When it comes to long, doggy tongues, a Labrador German Shepherd mix is licking all the comers. Okay.
Yeah, that sounded
Wait
sexual
a minute.
as a motherfucker.
It really does.
Licking all the comers. Yeah, okay, Redwine, with your freak ass. With your freak ass.
I ain't trying to be freaky. That's
yeah,
what
you
it
are
says.
freaky. Licking all the comers, yeah.
I'm just reading what was provided to me. The dog's name is Zoe. It's a 3-year-old canine from Metairie, Louisiana, has just been declared the living dog with the largest tongue by the Guinness World Records. For the record, both literally and figuratively, Zoe's tongue measures a whopping 5 inches long, longer than a 12-ounce can of soda. This is crazy. Zoe was only 6 weeks old when she was adopted by Sadie and Drew Williams, but her tongue was titanic even back then. Sadie said Zoe's tongue was sticking out of her mouth in their very first picture. Drew said that the length of Zoe's tongue was most apparent after she had been playing outside and was slobbering all over the place. A vet measured Zoe's tongue last year, and after the dimensions were submitted to the Guinness World Records, her tongue was officially recognized as the largest on a living dog. In the process, Zoe beat out the previous living record holder, Bisbee, an English setter from Tucson, Arizona, who was awarded the title earlier this year. However, both Zoe and Bisbee will have to grow their tongues out a lot more if they want to claim the all-time world record previously held by Mochi, a St. Bernard in South Dakota. Mochi's tongue measures a whopping 7.3 inches before she died in October of 2021 at the age of 12. That's a whole lot of tongue. 7.3 inches. Okie dokie. Moving on. All right, we got what's the problem? Hey, we got long-tongued dogs, but we're going to keep it moving. All right, Ketel. What's your weird news?
I'm not even going to make the comment I was going to make. I'm going to leave it alone.
Oh, feel free. Go right ahead. It's Friday night.
No, I was going to say they can lick their own ass for me.
There you go. And probably did.
Oh, boy.
All right, Ketel, what you got?
This one is a Troll apartment in the middle of a Los Angeles bridge listed $250,000. Listed for 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house in Los Angeles is going viral, both for its $250,000 price tag and its unusual location in the middle of a bridge. Oh, boy. The Alhambra house, dubbed the Troll apartment online, is located beneath the road and over the arch of a bridge overlooking the Alhambra Wash. It's definitely the most unique listing I've ever had in my entire residential real estate career. This is what Douglas Lee says. The house features a rooftop patio, a fenced-in area adjacent to the street that runs over the bridge. There's a lot of just unique interest. And instead of it being off-putting to people, it's actually come off as very unique. Lee currently said the current owner purchased a house in 2005 with the intention of making it into a unique getaway, but ended up only using the property for storage. Wow. He said the house is in need of some repairs, including outlet upgrades, leak repairs, and about $3,000 in mold abatement. They can get more than that. It's a fixer-upper for sure, and one of only 11 properties in L.A. listed for $250,000 or less. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, if you guys could purchase it, what would you guys do with it?
Sell it. There's nothing I can do
Will you fix
with
it
a
up?
residence that's in the middle. You said it's in the middle of a bridge or under a bridge?
It sounds like it's under a bridge. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why they call it the troll apartment, like the fairy tale about the troll under the bridge. Now I get it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay. Well, no,
yeah.
I would sell it. I can't imagine somebody's going to buy that for $250,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, in L.A., that's considered cheap, so that's why. They said only 11 other properties sold for that, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why it's the weird news. All right.
Yes, it is.
Poppa DD, you're up next.
Okay, this is interesting. This is happening in what's called Cantonment, Florida. Now, imagine this little Florida sanctuary, okay, for pigs, little baby pigs, 150 of them, okay?
A sanctuary?
A sanctuary. Now, they got these pigs so they can eat the irrigation and eat the grass, and because pigs eat any damn thing. But they were so cute. It was 150 pigs. They were cute as hell. Cute as hell. Okay, fast forward. The motherfuckers get big after a while, right?
It's not as cute.
All right. Now, officers had to round up hundreds of pigs. Now, I tell you, it was 150 from the beginning, but they didn't have babies and shit.
Oh.
Okay? Now, officers had to round up hundreds of pigs from overwhelmed farmer and animal sanctuary. All right? This happened in Cantonment, Florida. I thought I knew every damn town in Florida, but I tell you, there's only
I never
one
heard
more.
of that one.
Yeah, Cantonment, Florida. Animal control officers round up more than 600 pigs from an animal sanctuary in Florida after they overwhelmed the owners' call for help. They were just okay. Now it took nearly 4 days for officers in this county to capture so many pigs off of 8 acres. All right. The property used by a loving, sweetest type sanctuary where the pigs would go around, they'd feed them, and they'd go eat the grass and all the stuff that was, keep it good. But they became big, fat, and ugly and crazy, and they accumulated
out of control.
to 600, okay? Last year, the sanctuary had about 150 miniature pigs that it owned, and they were using them to remove, stuff like grass and different irrigation, in the panhandle community, of, like I said, Cantonment, which is in the Pensacola area. Okay, so the pigs proved to be, really, really good creatures to keep everything in perspective. But their population has grown so large that the sanctuary operator called his agency last week to say, I can't take it anymore. He said, we went from 150 little miniature pigs to 500 big fat-ass pigs, and they're out of control. Okay, so they called animal control, and they were trying to round up these pigs. Now, mind you, when animal control comes around, I don't know if you've been down south at all. I was raised down in Myrtle Beach on the countryside of Florence, Okay, and man, I'm gonna tell you, we had a couple pigs on that farm. Pigs get big as hell. We would take the garbage out to them. You get done eating watermelons. I was maybe 13, 14 years old. We would just throw the damn watermelon at the pig and smack him in the ass with it. And he's standing in the mud as it is. He would turn around and dip down in the mud and get the watermelon rind and eat it, mud and all.
Yeah.
Mud and all. Okay? Which is why I don't eat pork today. Anyway, now, mind you, the animal control only had but so many trucks and only held but so many pigs. So they played hell for 4 days trying to round up. They can only fit about 2 or 3 pigs in each truck because the pigs were about 400 pounds apiece.
Good gracious.
So they lost their mind trying to. They finally round them up, and it was just a complete mess. But you have to understand that any animal, people, anything else grows. Okay, it grows. You can't have 150 cute ass pigs, and they're all mating and all that, and next thing you know, you got 500 big fat ass pigs. You didn't do nothing to control the population. You know, like they say on The Price is Right, have your dog or cat spayed or neutered. They need to watch Bob Barker and see what he said about having shit spaded or neutered. No, they let these pigs fuck all day and night and turn 150 pigs into 500. Anyway, that's the end of that weird ass story.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So they did finally get them all?
Yeah, but they had to use all the resources that the animal control had. All the trucks, all the everything. Big fat ass pigs. 500.
I wonder what are they going to do with them. Probably take them to the slaughterhouse.
Oh, that's what you need to do, make bacon out of their ass. Fuck them, kill them, fuck them.
Okay.
Stop making them like parents with their children. They're not your friend. Eat them.
Oh, gosh.
You got pig
Stop
feet.
naming them. That's
you got
better.
chitlins. You got bacon, pig feet. What else pigs put out?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, everybody.
Baby back ribs.
People eat ribs on a pig ribs?
People eat pork ribs. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't, but people eat pork ribs.
Okay.
I don't mess around, but
you say so.
I'm saying it's baby back ribs, there's sausage, hot dogs. What else do they make out of pork?
Hot dogs come from the pig?
Yeah, pork hot dogs. Yeah. What did that dude say in that movie, From the Rooter to the Tooter?
Yeah.
They gonna make something out of everything.
Pig feet,
ears.
Pig
feet, the ears, the snout, all that stuff.
Tail. Damn.
Yeah. Ketel knows. Ketel, what else they gonna make out of that pig?
Damn, that's cool.
Pig nose, pig feet.
Ooh.
Y'all sound like Forrest Gump.
Ketel knows. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be back on the other side of the break with I'm Just Saying.
So I was looking over the Cocktail of the Week archives, and we've had so many really great drinks over the past year and a half.
We've had our original signature drink called the Pajama Party and a Game Changer, and of course we have the last word.
I like the Revolution. It was Hennessy, lemon and lime juice, agave juice, and bitters with jalapeno slices.
Ooh-wee! I like that Crown Royal Flush with the Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice. Oh, yeah. And one of my favorites was the, what's it called? The Dutch Mule. Yeah, the Dutch Mule with the Ketel orange vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer.
There are so many to choose from on the apajamaparty.com website.
So check out the Cocktail of the Week archives to get the recipes.
And you can find out how to make the Cocktail of the Week and sip along with us.
Are there instructions there too?
Sure they are, along with pictures of the drink so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So what's that y'all got in your glass?
This is a boomerang.
Well, I got a Kinky Reed over here.
And I got the aviator.
Get the recipes at www.apajamaparty.com and click on Cocktail of the Week.
Cheers!
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
All right, we're going to turn it over to Redwine. What I'm just saying. Take away, Redwine.
Thank you so much. You know, this may not be a popular topic, but I'm going to talk about it anyhow. I'm just saying, this is all about what I call cooning for coins. And I'm sure people have heard that term, cooning, you know, acting a fool just to get your money, cooning for coins. So a few weeks ago, I saw this commercial on TV, right? It was two young adult black actors, and it really disturbed me because, well, first, let me just say, I do have family in the entertainment industry, and I'm all for, you know, booking a gig, secure the bag, all of that. However, I just feel like there's got to be a line drawn that says that our people, black people, will not take TV or movie gigs where you end up cooning for coins. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm happy that these folks in this commercial I saw are going to get paid because it's black folks. They're going to get paid. They're going to make their residual money every time the commercial runs. But, I mean, really? Why are you up here cooning for coins? Now, I'm not going to give free advertising to the company that was, you know, putting their product out there. But I will tell you that they were selling beef chili in a can. Now, the young man and the young woman are literally cooning for coins in this commercial. They got a hot dog that's floating in midair, and, oh, Lord have mercy, the woman is like doing this break dance kind of thing and skinning and grinning the whole time with the chili in a can, of all things. Chili in a can? How many black people actually eat chili out of a can? Even if you can't hardly cook, you can usually put together some chili. But then the brother that's in the commercial, he's up here doing like a break dance wave kind of thing with his arms, and then they add some special effects to make his arms long and rubbery to just exaggerate the whole move that he's doing. And he's cooning and grinning and skinning and, oh my gosh, all of this over a can of chili. That stuff probably tastes like dog food. But anyway, I'm just saying, between all of the grinning and the dancing between the two of them, it just takes me back to black folks cooning for the colonizers, for master, sitting up on the porch, telling the people out in the field working for free. I don't even want to use the term slaves. I'm going to say the people working in the field for free. When the master would say, give me a little dance, give me a little song, and the people working for free knew, oh, if master wants you to sing and dance for him, you got to look happy. So they would show every tooth in their head, and they would be dancing and twisting and singing and clapping and doing the whole shebang just to entertain the colonizer. And I'm just saying, that to me is what I see when I saw that commercial. I was so disgusted by it. And it was an atrocity. And I just felt like it was just too much for me to bear. And then near the end of the commercial, the young woman, who is very athletic, I'll say, she is on her stomach, and then she arches her back and brings her feet in front of her face, so her body is like backwards arched. And she's still skinning and grinning the whole time over this freaking chili in a can. And the brother over there with the long, exaggerated, elastic arms, and they're just what my grandmother used to call bucking. That's what my grandmother used to call when we would be dancing. She would say, you're just bucking. They were just carrying on over this chili in a can. And it just seemed embarrassing that black people get reduced to stuff like that. Because when I look at some of these commercials where I see white people dancing in a commercial, they're not doing the most embarrassing of moves. You know, they'll be doing a little two-step, a little something shuffle, but it doesn't seem embarrassing. To me, this was embarrassing. It was too much. It was cooning for coins, and I, for one, am sick of it. I just wish our people would be a little more discriminating with the type of roles that you take. If you're working in the industry and you're going out auditioning for stuff, when you find out that this is what they want you to do, sometimes you just have to say, nah, I'm not going to do that. Or if you say, hey, I can play it this way, or I can do it like that, and if that director says, no, we want you to get up there and grin and be happy and do all this, you need to sometimes just say, no, that's beneath my dignity. I'm not going to do that. Because if enough people would start standing up and saying no, maybe we wouldn't see our people, on TV cooning for coins. Cooning for coins. I mean, come on. Enough is enough. I'm just saying, it was just a bit much for me. And maybe I'm just on my own on this, but these things just strike a chord in my nervous system when I see it, and I'm going to call it out whenever I see it. I remember there was a Cottonelle commercial for Cottonelle toilet paper years ago where they specifically had this black woman with crazy-looking hair, and they asked her about how soft was the Cottonelle, and this woman said, it feels just like cotton, and I wanted to throw up. I could not believe that this kind of crap was on TV. I'm like, come on, how long are we going to keep getting thrown backwards? Let's move forward. There's too many educated black people that are working in this industry of entertainment. We can do better. We should demand better. We're not going to get better until we demand better. So I'm just saying, take a stand. No more cooning for coins. Enough with that. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, you don't have to do it. Demand better. Stand up for your dignity, and stop cooning for coins. That's all I'm saying.
All right, that was a good one. All right, stop cooning for coins.
It's just a lot, and it just vexes my spirit when I see people just reduced to that. You know, I'm like, the only thing that you didn't do was put on the black face and do a little shuffle dance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just too much.
Patronizing.
We can do better. But okay, we'll keep it moving. What are we doing? We don't take a break? You want to take a break, Poppa
Take a little break, and I'll come back with Living for the City.
All right, let's do that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with Poppa DD and Living for the City on the Pajama Party Show.
What's your opinion? We want to know on the late-night adult Pajama Party. Call us now on 914-803-4306 and tell us if you agree or disagree, or if you don't care one way or the other. If you've been waiting all week to tell somebody what's on your mind, now is your chance. Dial 914-803-4306 and press 1 to speak with the Pajama Party live on the air. To listen to the show online, go to www.apajamaparty.com and click the listen banner on the top right. If you'd like to advertise your business with us, get in touch on www.apajamaparty.com. So call us now on 914-803-4306 and press 1. We will get to you as quick as we can. Now, back to the Pajama Party Live.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. One who's Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. And it's time for Poppa DD and Living for the City. What's happening in the city, Poppa DD?
You know, I want to stay on the same premise that you was on about cooning and stuff like that, which goes to show that if you're wondering why Ron DeSantis doesn't want different books and things like that in their libraries and all that jazz. What gets me about most white folks today is that they know that they live under the end results of the Civil War. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, the Civil War was a war between the North and the South. All right? The North was free slaves that they gave guns to and told them to fight the South. Now, the North wore blue, the South wore gray. All right? If you're confused about what color was what, you want to figure out what it's about, look at the movie with Denzel Washington, Glory. Okay?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
And you'll see what, although he should have won an Oscar for Malcolm X as opposed to Glory. But Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, doesn't want the modern day kids today to read any kind of books that have anything to do with slavery or anything, because they want the world to be just as phony as we see it today. I mean, we can respect the hell out of the Holocaust and the whole Jewish situation that they promote completely, which rightly so they should, because it was a massacre, and they should always never let people forget how their people were tortured and enslaved and what have you. But for some reason, people want to act like the slavery thing was just a casual thing, like we were servers in a fucking restaurant, instead of working for free and getting our backs whipped and getting hung and all kind of shit, and women getting raped and all kind of stuff, and not to mention the whole sexual aspect of it all that's not even spoke on. Nobody even speaks on that, how the white slave just went in and got his little groove on all the black slave women and all that jazz. So, but they don't want nobody to see that. But how do you hide a whole history from people? How do you think you're going to protect these little white children by, when they go in the library, they seeing basic stuff, and then you want to get deeper and claim something has a gay overtone or something like that? Oh no, that book is too gay. Or it's like, well, damn, you're really working hard to stop people from seeing what the truth is, you know? You really can bust your ass trying to hold stuff back from people, but you got to understand what's done in the dark comes to the light, right? No matter how you try to hide it. How many people try to be discreet? Look at Tiger Woods. He was messing with 10, 15 women, right? When his wife caught him, she struck him in the back of one of them golf clubs, and she hit that one spine in the right place, and the brother was never able to play golf again. He's so rich as hell and all that jazz, but every time you hear about Tiger Woods, there's some negative stuff that's got to do with aches, pain. Then he had a car accident where he went into a ditch and flipped over 3 times because the brother did some shit in the dark thinking it wasn't going to come to the light, you know? And that's just the way life is. Life is, you know, the one thing you got to be concerned about life is what the consequences are going to be of your actions. Before you do stupid shit, figure out what's going to happen on the back end if I do this dumb shit. And another thing, if you're a person of a certain age, you should learn not to make the same mistakes twice. That's when you're really fucking up. Okay? Once you did some dumb shit with life and relationships and bills or whatever you fucked up, car getting repossessed or whatever you did that was horrible, man, when you turn a certain age, don't do that shit again. Because that's just called double jeopardy. You know what I mean? And your ass will be fucked up again. Twice as bad, twice as hard. But getting back with the Santos in Florida, all this stuff about watching what books is in the library, this can't come out. They talking about gay stuff. No, we don't want nobody doing drag with this and that. What the hell? You know what I mean? People need to see different flavors in life. People need to see different things. You know, life is about different shit. But no, they want to keep everything what they deem normal. When I see DeSantis and his little perfect trophy little skinny wife, like life is so good for him and all this jazz, it's because he done probably fucked up so much that now he ain't got no choice but to love his wife. You know what I mean? Because he done fucked up so much that hell, He ain't got no choice, like I said. But you know, it's just so interesting today when we look at the world and what people don't want people to see, what we don't want our young black children to see. Libraries are being so restricted with all kinds. You got authors that are coming out with books that aren't allowed to put their books in certain libraries in certain areas of the world. It's so sad because a book don't come and smack you in the face. You know, when the book is in the library, you got to go pull it off the shelf and open it up. It ain't got legs. When you walk in the library, the book ain't going to strangle you and say, read me, read me, read me. You got to pick up the book and you got to have something that's going to lead you to the book. And sometimes you can read that book and you can just open up a world. I remember the books I used to like to see in the library was a book that showed the different anatomies of your body, where it had these little clear pages. And you put the page down and it showed the body, and then you put another page that shows the bones. Next page showed the lungs and everything. There were clear pages that you put down the book, and every time you put the little clear page on top of the solid page, it showed different things, the heart. And then you could take it back, take off the page and put the heart and the lungs in, go all the way back, and it shows the skeleton again. And you put the pages back. That book was out of sight because it was an anatomy book that showed everything. It wasn't provocative and all. You look and see, damn, where the heart is, where the lungs is, where the intestines was. I wasn't looking for the dick or the fucking vagina. I'm looking for the lungs and the heart and the chest and all the other shit. But everybody thinks everything they got to do with nudity got to do with sex. Give me a fucking break. Damn. You could be butt-ass naked and not fucking. You know? It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. Good point. Good point. Yeah, okay. I remember going to the school libraries, and there were so many different books we could choose from. Mm-hmm. And then they would do those... I forgot what they called it, but it was like when you could buy books, they would have companies that would come to the school, and they would send a notice home and let the parents know if you want to send money, there's going to be a book fair. That's what it was. They had the book fair, and we could go through and buy certain books, you know, that were brand new books. It was great. I remember all of that, and now all of that stuff is...
They claim they don't want you to learn something. They're calling you too woke. Oh, you're too woke.
Yeah.
You're too woke.
Yeah, once they put the woke label on it, they got to get rid of it.
They want our little black children in Florida to stay stupid as hell, which is convenient for them. I can go on and on.
What's the young sister that, the teen poet laureate that read the poem for Biden's inauguration? Amanda, her name isn't it Amanda something? I can't think of her last name, but her book was banned. The piece that she read for Biden's inauguration, because one white woman said she had a problem with it. And then come to find out, this white woman hadn't even read the book.
They want everything to stay the same.
But you just thought because it was a black female that wrote it.
They don't want nobody. They don't want.
You automatically assumed, oh, this is going to be a problem. And that book ended up banned. Well, they banned it from the elementary school and moved it up to say, well, this can only be read once you get to a middle school and higher level.
These white kids are going to read it eventually. So.
Her last name was Gorman. Amanda Gorman.
Gorman, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just, you know, it's crazy the way that they're going after stuff. They're going after
to get it
anybody
eventually.
That's an LGBTQ author, black authors, anything that mentions like Black Panthers, slavery, if it's sexual, if it's gay, they don't
want them to see the truth.
If it's trans, if it's any of those things, they're like, no.
They think that they're going to see the world exactly how they're presenting it to them. And that is so far from the truth because let me tell you something. When I was in the Navy over in Europe, you know where we went and partied and hung out? Everywhere the Navy told us to stay away from. They would say, don't go to the piano bar. Don't go to Mama Rosa's whorehouse. Don't go to Mama Sita's restaurant. That's where we went. We went to the Piano Bar, we went to Mama Rosa's Whorehouse, and we went to Mama Sita's Restaurant. We went everywhere the Navy told us to stay away from. That's just human nature. You go where somebody say don't go to. Anyway.
But you know what? I figured it out. Why, they don't want all this in the schools, because they're trying to raise some little ones just like them. That's why. Mm-hmm. Because they are the future. They're trying to raise them just like they were raised.
Narrow-minded.
Yeah.
So basically, they want to maintain
and that's what they're going to be. Because if they're going to end up being all Karens or all Bobs or whatever, and once they go to another country or go to college, they're not going to be able to deal with other races or be able to deal with it. They're not going to know how to, adapt. They just won't.
So, like I said, they're raising them, like you said, to maintain the status quo. To say, this is how we do, this is what we think, this is how we operate,
this is how we feel about
we
black
want to
people.
Pass it on to you so you can think and act and do like we do. And that's pathetic. Let people have their own mind.
And treat black people like we did.
Yeah, but people need to have their own mind.
Oh, they'll get their own mind.
But what's funny to me is that you can try to hide the books and do all of that, but people are still going to find information. They're going to get the information one way or the other. If you just turn on the television,
I tell you,
stuff is right there in front of your face. So whether you read it in a book, whether you hear it in a song,
they're going to get it.
Whether you see it on television, in a movie, it's going to be presented to them in some shape or form. So all of this book banning stuff, you're not accomplishing anything. And like you just said about the Navy, all that's going to do is make kids want to know what is in this book that you don't want me to know.
That's right. Whatever you tell people not to do, they're going to do the opposite.
So based on that, I say, keep on banning stuff. Because everything that's been on the ban list, the sales are going through the roof. People are going out buying them just for the sake of saying, I want it because you don't want me to have it. So I'm all with the rebels. But, all right, we're going to keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Hollywood wrap-up. Are we ready, or are we going to take a break first?
Let's take a little short CC.
All right, we'll do that, and then we're coming back on the other side of the break on the Pajama Party Show with the Hollywood Wrap-Up.
You're in the right place at the right time. It's the Pajama Party. www.apajamaparty.com. Produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Don't just sit there yelling at the air. You got an opinion? We want to hear it too. Dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. Don't let us have all the fun by ourselves. We've got room for you at the Pajama Party. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Operators are standing by. Well, they're lounging on pillows, but they're waiting for your calls. So call us now, 914-803-4306. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Oh, you want to throw pillows?
Welcome back to Pajama Party. One of those Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. It's time for Ketel and the Hollywood Wrap-Up. And let's get it going.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, my goodness.
Hollywood. Hollywood. Take it away. Let's go to Hollywood.
Oh, okay. Well, I might need some help from Redwine on this one. I believe her name is Jean Ioko.
Oh,
is that correct,
Janae
Redwine?
Aiko. I know who you're talking about.
Janae
That's Janae Aiko.
Okay, Janae Aiko. All right. Everybody knows her. She's an American singer and songwriter. In her career, contributing vocals and appearing in music videos for R&B group the B2Ks. Well, she's in the news, Hollywood news. She is expanding her discography and wellness portfolio with the release of Sleep, Soul, relaxing R&B baby sleep music. Wow, this is volume 3. The album consists of 20 soothing tracks crafted to inspire and maintain a good night's sleep. Oh, okay. Well, Sleep Soul uses R&B medleys and down-tempo rhythms to create a pacifying music for babies. Who knew?
Okay. I'm down for it.
Interesting genre. You need that to go to sleep, Redwine?
I mean, but I'm thinking that's good for kids. You know, if you want to have, because I'll tell you that sometimes, you know, for little ones, people will play like lullabies and, you know, not to sound racist, but it's all those little white lullabies. But if somebody has like R&B music that will help to relax kids, I think that's great.
Okay. Well, let's hopefully they won't ban those. Yeah, hopefully they won't ban that. But anyway. All right. Also, Tupac Shakur, known best as Tupac, received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The honor comes nearly 27 years after his death. The ceremony took place on this past Wednesday, and Shakur's sister, Shakur, accepted the honor on his behalf. Interesting. I guess she's the only known survivor. I'm not sure if his mom has passed or not. I think she has. But, yeah.
Did she? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, kudos for him, finally, after 27 years. Wow. Also, the cast member from Blackish, Yari Shahidi, she's cast as Tinkerbell in the Peter Pan and Wendy, is causing a ton of controversy, as we talked about Halle Bailey in The Little Mermaid also, but not in the way you expect. The backlash started earlier this week after Disney released the official trailer for its upcoming live-action remake of Peter Pan, which stars the Blackish actress as the iconic Pixie sidekick. As expected, though, her casting was met with the same races, as I said, Halle Bailey, with bigots claiming that Tinkerbell was supposed to be white while complaining about another Disney woke fiasco. They said the studio's decision to go with Shahidi also ended up upsetting plenty of people of color, most of whom took issues with Disney's pattern of simply recycling old material and giving it a non-white actor. So Disney can't win, I see. So, you know, whites are complaining that the characters of color and people of color complaining you're recycling material. So what you going to do? But, you know, the numbers speak for itself. That's what I say. Also in the news, I haven't heard his name in a while, John Amos. Good Time star John Amos has reportedly spoken out about his daughter, claimed he was hospitalized and suffering from quote-unquote elder abuse. This past Thursday, the actor's daughter, Shannon Amos, said she received a distressing call from her father last month, notifying her that he had been hospitalized in Memphis. Shannon added that within the last week, her family has learned that John, quote, unquote, had fallen victim to older abuse and financial exploitation. His home has been violated and stripped of anything valuable. The daughter didn't disclose exactly the details of what happened or who was involved besides an unidentified caregiver. She claimed the family was working with the police in Colorado. Their investigation. So, I don't know. It's just a strange story.
I hope that turns out not to be accurate.
You and me both. I hope not. But, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Also, Dion Cole, he's in a new movie on BET Plus called Average Joe. Dion Cole delivers a stellar performance in a twisted yet hilarious story that hits way above average. Deon Cole, he mostly does comedy, and he does the Irish Spring commercials as well. This premieres the end of June 26th. So you guys have to check out the trailer. So this is called Average Joe. Is it
Irish? Is it Irish Spring or is it Old Spice? I'm mixing them up. It's Irish Spring.
Oh, Old Spice. You're right. Old Spice.
Old Spice.
The
one that his wife wants to use it too. Is that?
Yes.
That's him.
Yes. Deon Cole, that's him. Yeah. So check out Average Joe. His new movie. I haven't heard his name in a while. Cooper Gooding Jr. He settles a 2020 rape lawsuit minutes before trial was set to begin. His Jane Doe accuser, who wasn't named, sued the actor for $6 million over significant emotional distress. Nearly a decade after being accused of rape, Cooper Gooding has settled with his alleged victim. According to the legal documents obtained by People, calendar entry in the official court record listed trial off and reason for cancellation. The parties have been resolved the matter. Okay. So in 2020, the 55-year-old Hollywood star was hit with a $6 million lawsuit. The woman was not named. She claimed in 2013 the actor baited her into going to his Manhattan hotel room by saying he had to change his clothes before reportedly attacking her. Oh, wow. And said that he blocked the door, pushed her into the bed, and that's what he was supposed to have raped her. So she was getting for legal counsel for the victim, sort out $2 million in compensatory damages and $4 million in punitive damages for the quote-unquote significant emotional distress. And that's not the first time. He's had problems with some women in 2018 and 2019 in a nightclub. So, Cooper, get your pants and get your, you're stuff in your pants, man. Come on.
Yeah, calm it down.
Yeah. The well-known Big Frida has a new show, The Viral Moment with Slim Thug and Pronoun. The Big Frida Means Business premieres tonight. And Big Frida, she does the voice for Beyonce on her latest album. She's a true trailblazer who has brought New Orleans bounce music to the forefront. Like I said, a premiere tonight. Queen of Bounce is taking her talent to the next level. She also is opening a hotel in New Orleans. She started a cannabis company and eyeglasses as well. She's rocking and rolling. Hey, kudos to her.
Okay.
Him, her, let me get it right. Okay. And what else is that? That's my Hollywood wrap-up. I'm going to keep it short and sweet tonight.
Okay. Oh, that was good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the Capitol Pride Parade is tomorrow from 11 to 7:30. Capitol Pride Washington is also 2 to 11 as well. So this is the Pride weekend. So
okay,
let's check out some Pride things. DC Pride, we're gonna represent. So that's what's up.
I wanted to go back to the story you mentioned about Yahara. I never get her name right. Yahara Shahidi. She's going to be playing Tinkerbell in a live Disney whatever production of Peter Pan or something. Peter Pan and Wendy. Is that what it was?
Right. So she's a little character. Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, people are tripping. Those racist people are tripping like they did over Halle
Bailey.
I forgot her name. Bailey, thank you.
Bailey.
Halle Bailey being Ariel, the Little Mermaid. And I'm starting to wonder, like, is Disney just determined to just go this route and just replace typical white characters with black characters? Or should the answer be, why not just do it like The Wiz? Remember the production of The Wiz?
Mm-hmm.
It was
right.
a complete black version of The Wizard of Oz
right.
redone. You know, not just change
right.
all the characters, but new songs, new everything. The basic storyline remained the same. But I'm just thinking, like, at this point, why not just do that?
I think the problem is there's probably white writers writing for them. And Disney said, okay, we're just going to change the characters, same story. So you have to bring in probably some black writers to do it. So that answers your question. But I understand why the blacks are upset, because it's like, okay, this is the white folks' version. Why are we putting her in there? You're just remaking the old thing. So, like you said, let's put a new spin on it. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm saying instead of just trying to swap out a white character with a black character and checking a box and calling it diversity and inclusion, how about you just revamp the whole production and do an all-black cast? Because then, well, I won't say nobody will be squawking, but at least that would calm down some of the stuff, and then that gives an opportunity for hopefully new writers, new choreographers. You know, you open up the door. If the point is equity and inclusion and diversity, well, then how about instead of cracking the door, you bust the door wide open and say, let's make it a whole new show, just like the way The Wiz was. The Wiz was totally reimagined.
But if you look at this cast, I'm looking at this cast online, the whole cast is white. He's the only black person on the cast. So, you know, like they just replaced her. That's all. And I can understand both parts. So like you just said, just reimagine it. They just need new writers. Somebody needs to knock on Disney's door and say, look, y'all need to, you know, get some black writers up in here and just change it completely. Or it shouldn't be under the umbrella of Disney. Maybe that's not, you know, whose umbrella it should be under. Maybe someone else.
That's a good point. Well, Disney owns those stories, so unless you're going to pay them for the rights, you know, that's a whole other issue. But I'm just saying, since Disney owns the rights to the story, if you're going to do it, then just start over. Story.
Do you think the people that from the Wiz had to check with the Wizard of Oz if this is a completely different story?
Right.
Same basis, same premise, but it's a wholly different story, like you said. So
you're right.
You know, there's a thin line there. So.
Well, all right, we're gonna let it go, but I was just making a point, and I'm glad y'all agree. So anyway,
should be a whale.
We're gonna move on with the.
Should be a whale, and the whale should be Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
we're gonna move on with the Kiss It list. Poppa DD, can you tell everybody about the Kiss It list?
Kiss It list, people that showed their butt hiney, and we honor them for being jerk-offs. First one will be your boy 45.
Okay, just for everything.
For being indicted again. Charlie Weasel's out of this move.
And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for all of the stuff he always does in Florida.
Don't forget about your boy, Cornel West.
Cornel West, yeah. But thinking he's going to run for president. Like, dude, sit down.
Just going to take votes away from Biden. Because as an independent, you can run. As you run as a Democrat, you've got to win the primary.
Right.
As an independent, you can run and come on,
but like
Cornel
you said,
West.
he's still going to steal votes no matter what. Also, the woman who shot and killed the black woman in Florida, what was her name again? Susan something, Loretz. We're going to put her on the Kiss It list because her racist behavior, that needs to be dealt with.
And the police force, it took 4 days to arrest her.
Yeah, true that. Let's see. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Got to keep her on the Kiss It list. Anybody else?
Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham. Oh, and the Speaker what's his name? Kevin McCarthy.
Of course.
All of that kissing Trump's behind that he does. Let's see. Anybody else? That's it. We got a short list tonight.
Usual suspects.
Yeah, all the usual suspects. Anybody else, Ketel?
No, we covered everybody. Mm-hmm.
And that pig farm in Florida
Disney.
for being
Maybe
so
let's put Disney on for this
That's a good
program.
one. Disney. Yeah. And Poppa DD said the pig farm, letting it get out of control, the pig farmer.
Yeah, the pig farm, they had all those 150 pigs. 5 years later, didn't think it would be 500 pigs. Like the pigs wouldn't be making babies.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I'm going to say, the actors that are cooning for coins, I'm going to put you on the kiss it list. Y'all need to do better. All right, that's everybody for this week. We have a special prize for everybody on this week's Kiss It list. And here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh. You can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. We're down to the last word. And what's your last word, Poppa DD?
My last word is I'm just waiting to see what happens with this so-called indictment. I don't think everybody's just so scared of Trump. They hype it up, but they realize he's got 74 million racist mofos behind him, and white folks are scared to death of him, you know? And I just think that your boy West should really consider getting out of the election.
Cornel West.
Cornel West, man, come on. I don't know what inspired you to act like you want to get in politics, brother, but you way out of your league, man. No disrespect to you. Keep on being a, soul brother number one. That's cool, but President of the United States, nigga, you gotta be kidding me. Please.
All righty. Well, my last word is to those in the entertainment industry, pick and choose carefully the roles that you accept. Don't do things that will demean you as a person. That's really all I can say. Pick and choose. Everything isn't good. Just because they're paying you doesn't mean it's good. Mm-hmm. So, pick and choose. Don't be out here cooning for coins.
Cooning for coins.
That's my last word. Ketel, what's your last word?
Cooning for coins. Woo! You guys did some good ones tonight. I have to give y'all kudos for that. Let me see. I guess my last word is we have to continue to stay woke ourselves. So we won't be extinguished. And that's how I feel like we're becoming. Like I said, these gun laws need to change, and like I said, maybe more blacks need to register for a gun. That might help change some laws. It's unfortunate, but it's always black and white laws, as we always say. But yeah, it's just black folks, they won't. Stay out the way of those guns. Just don't even go towards confrontation. Just avoid confrontation at every means.
Amen.
That's my last
Preserve your life. That's a good one, Kev.
There you go.
All right. Well, we thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Happy belated birthday to Lynette Tichelle, and shout out to the cast and crew of Angie's Cure, which will be premiering in Los Angeles. at the Grauman, I don't know if they still call it that, Chinese Theater in Los Angeles on, I believe it's the 27th of June, coming up in a couple of weeks. So shout out to them. And that's about it. We're going to say goodnight and get on out of here.
That's a Corey Grant production, huh?
It is. Actually, Lynette Tichelle was a producer on that one. Corey Grant is a director on that one.
Okay.
So, yes. All right. Say goodnight, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody.
We're done.
Thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
All right. Say goodnight, Kevin.
Good night, and thanks for the call and the comments. Appreciate that.
All right, and good night, everybody. Adios, arrivederci. Peace.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella. Deuces.
Deuces.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Put summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party.